Have you ever been roasting a marshmallow either while camping or just in the backyard, and all of a sudden it catches on fire and is essentially ruined? Well, if you're like me, you don't waste it, but you go back and try to make the perfect s'more once again. Living in the Midwest, camping is basically a way of life for my family and I, as well as having fires in the backyard, which both include the ingredients to make a delicious s'more. I've had roughly 20 years of experience in the marshmallow roasting department, and I've basically mastered my craft in that time. During my speech, I'm going to show you how to roast the perfect golden s'more. I will be informing you on the ingredients and supplies needed, how to make the perfect fire, and what you can do to make the perfect s'more. In order to even think about making the s'more, you have to gather the needed ingredients. Making a perfect s'more takes 3 ingredients: your marshmallows, your graham crackers, and your chocolate. You will also need a stick to put your marshmallow on, and sometimes even a comfy chair to sit by the fire next to. You can change up the ingredients to your liking. For the marshmallow, you can change up the size. They have giant ones, but that takes a little bit more patience and time in order to get it fully cooked through, and they also have different flavors of marshmallow that you can use. For the chocolate, I usually go with regular Hershey's, but you can try Reese's peanut butter cups or Kit Kats, whatever you want. And for the graham cracker, I've never done anything different, but I've also heard that you can use even cookies to change it up. I don't know if that ruins it or if it makes it even better. You never know until you try. Now for the supplies needed. You're going to need a roasting stick. Whether you have a basic roasting stick or one where you can turn it on like a little dial here, or if you just grab a stick or a branch off a tree, either way you're going to get the job done. Also, you sometimes might want to sit in a comfy chair while you're roasting your marshmallow, which you can get basic lawn chair or even one of those zero gravity chairs, but I usually just stand or kneel to get closer to the fire. Now that you have everything, all of your ingredients and supplies gathered, now you need to start your fire. The fire plays a huge role in whether your s'more is going to turn out the way you want it to or not. As you can see, we don't have that big of a fire right now, which is good because you don't want the flames to be too out of control to where it could easily catch on fire at any moment. So you're going to want, this isn't the perfect fire, obviously, we're not sitting around it right now, but you don't want too many logs on the fire to make too big of a fire. And you also want to make sure that you don't put any garbage in there to make sure that there's no toxic stuff getting on your s'more when you're about to eat it. And also you want to make sure that you're going to have some hot coals in there to finish the roasting process towards the end. And if you do just throw some wood on the fire, you're going to want to let those burn down before you start roasting your marshmallow. Now that we have our fire and our ingredients and supplies, now it's time to make your marshmallow. Now that we have our fire and have gathered all of our ingredients and supplies, it's now time to roast your marshmallow. First, I have a few tips for you when you start roasting your marshmallow. I first would say get your ingredients ready, such as break your graham cracker apart and put your chocolate on it so it's ready to go. This makes sure that you avoid struggling after your marshmallow is ready to be put on your graham cracker and chocolate and prevents you from dropping it on the floor. Next, we need patience. So you're going to have to hold the marshmallow over the flame pretty high for a while to make sure that it cooks all the way through. Turning it around just to make sure that you get it all even. And it may take a while, that's where the patient part comes in, but it's going to be definitely worth it when it's all done. Now that your marshmallow is cooked all the way through, now it's time to move it closer to your coals so you can get that golden brown color much easier. As you can see, it's already changing color, So you want to keep spinning it so that it doesn't start on fire. You want to get all sides nice and golden. Alrighty, it's almost ready to fall off there, so that means you're almost done and you can put it on your graham cracker and chocolate. Alrighty, since we got it ready, it makes the move super easy. And now you can enjoy. We've covered that having all the right ingredients and supplies, having the perfect campfire, and being prepared and having patience all go into how your s'more is going to turn out. I have now demonstrated how to make the perfect s'more. To review, making the perfect s'more takes a lot more thought and effort than one may think. The ingredients you choose, down to how patient you are, all go into how your s'more will turn out. By following these steps and making use of some of the tips I shared, you will be able to skip the frustration of eating a burnt or undercooked marshmallow and being able to make the perfect golden s'more every single time. To wrap things up, I will share a quote from Aristotle. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. If you take your time, although it may feel tedious, your reward will be more than worth it. Thank you.